Hey guys, Joe here. So I wanted to share a thought with you, something that happened really over the weekend. I always get emails throughout the weekend and the week and at nights and whatever, and depending on what I'm doing, I'll respond to them. But this weekend I got a particular email from somebody that was they weren't upset, but they were asking a lot of questions, which is fine. But they pretty much, with one of my programs, they kind of wanted me to just do the work for them. And it got me thinking, what kind of customers do I want? What kind of customers don't I want? And that's something that you need to think about. No matter your business, you got to think about what kind of customers you want to do business with. And the answer cannot be, as many of you have heard me say it before, the answer cannot be I want anybody with a wallet and a pulse. Because you get yourself in a lot of trouble that way. You need to really think about what kind of customer you want to do business with and what kind of client you want. And also, a lot of that depends on what you define as a customer or a client. I personally, in my business, I define a customer or a client, anybody that takes any type of advice from me, watches my videos, purchases a product, anything of that nature. So even if you have never bought anything from me and you just watch my videos or maybe, look at my emails, that's a client to me. So the biggest thing I have with any type of customer or client in the work that I do is I need to make sure they're willing to do the work. I'm not going to do the work for them. What I aim to do is help them as much as possible to hand it off so they're at the point where they can do it themselves. And so I just thought it was funny where this person was starting to get agitated because they were asking questions, I was giving answers, and it finally got to the point where it was at that level they just had to start doing it, and that's kind of what I told them, and I think they were upset by that because I eventually just said, well, and they said, well, what if this happens or what if that happens? I'm like, well, that's part of being a business owner, right? Think about why you got into wanting to own a business or start a business in the first place. It's, so you had creative thinking that you could just do without having to ask anybody, or that you wanted to be the boss and make the decisions. And I find a lot of people, once they've either had some struggles or it becomes too hard for them, they decide they don't want that anymore. And now they just want a crutch or anyone to lean on. And I think part of that, I don't think it's always laziness, but I think it's if this fails, I have somebody else to blame. When the reality is, if you're going to start a business and be a business owner, guess what? If it fails, whether it was in your control or out of your control, it's on you. And a lot of people don't want to admit that. And it's okay. I've always said it's okay to fail. But, when you're trying to get advice or help from somebody, it's always great to use all resources you have. But at the end of the day, you are the one that needs to make it happen. Okay, it all comes down to you. And if you're not willing to do that, then you need to rethink, probably what you're doing. And so it was something I wanted to share with everybody, might be helpful out there. At some point you do the work. Okay, we can all help you. There's a lot of people out there like myself that can offer amazing, great resources for you through videos, emails, articles, whatever. But at some point you do the work. So I want you to go out there and do the work today. Obviously, if there's anything I can help you with, more than happy to always do that and guide you along the way. So hit me up at joe@imwithdavis.com or check out my website, which is it's in the middle of a redesign right now, but it's imwithdavis.com. And I want you to check all that out. And I hope you nothing but a great, awesome day, awesome success for your business today. And get out there and do the work. Talk to you later.